in general terms, when we talk about supply chain management for agribusiness, it's important to discuss how fragmented is also this market, right? There is plenty of smallholder farmers that possess probably 1 hectare and not more than that, and they are producing many different produce items that are pretty different, by the way, to the ones that big farmers produce. The big farmers focus on tomato, mango, banana, and many similar items, while the smallholder farmers are going to produce the rest that is important for our diet, for this diversity or assortment in the food basket that we need. Not only for supply chains, but also for our nutrition. So all the onions, the green leaves, the radishes are coming from these guys and not from the big farmer that we know. Therefore, if now we think about how challenging it is for these smallholder farmers to connect their products to the rest of the supply chain, it's incredibly difficult, right? You have, on the one hand, too many intermediaries, and each of them is going to be willing to get, like certain portion of the profit. So we need to help the farmers to receive a fair price for all their work, right? The other challenge that we see is how to reduce this number of intermediaries is important. We can create direct-to-consumer channels, right? It's like the Misfits or the Ugly Produce or HelloFresh that we know around the world, right? But now think about the traditional CSA, corporate social agriculture, right? Or supported agriculture. So this model has been there, but has been usually addressed by high-end consumers, right? But they are not serving necessarily the low-income consumers. So what we need to do is actually to make sure to create direct-to-consumer channels that also help the underserved communities, okay? We are talking about at least 64% of the population around the world that lives with less than $5 per day. So that's pretty important. As you can see, the impact is huge. Second point, besides this challenge of directness, okay, we have an issue related to which markets should a smallholder farmer serve. They can focus on serving just the municipality, or they can go to the capital of the state, or maybe they can go to the capital of the country, right? So what is a limitation or a barrier in these cases is the yield or the productivity that they have, the number of certificates or certifications that they have, the water accessibility, and even infrastructure accessibility. Therefore, if they are not able to connect properly their products to the rest of the supply chain, probably they are not going to be able to get to the biggest markets, right? Therefore, some of the times the products are not going to be able to get there, and some of them are going to end up spoiling or ripening in the corresponding farms. So that's something that we should not allow to do or happen. That's what I mean. And well, in order to avoid this, we need to make sure that we connect this to circular economy models.